Very good morning, children. So after studying the first law of motion and second law of motion, along with acquiring knowledge regarding inertia and mass, now we will study about the third law of motion. So your chapter is force and laws of motion. So first two laws of motion tells us how an applied force changes motion and provide us with a method of determining the force. Okay. What does it say? Two laws tell about applied force brings changes in motion and determining the force means finding the force. These two laws said about this. Then what about third law? The third law of motion states that when an object exerts a force on another object, the second object instantaneously exerts a force back on the first. If you apply a force on one object, that object will also apply the force in opposite direction to that object, to this object. These two forces are always equal in magnitude but opposite direction. Okay. What does it state? When one object, third law, when one object exert a force on another object, the second object instantaneously exerts a force on the first. Then, so these two forces are equal in magnitude. In magnitude, they are both equal, but the forces are applied in opposite direction, but opposite in direction. The best example I can give is when you hit a ball to the wall, with the same force the ball comes back to you. So that is the meaning of third law. When an object exerts a force on another object, the second object instantly exerts a force on the first, but the two forces are equal in magnitude. So with how much force you are applying, the same force will come back. Means both the forces are equal, but they are in opposite direction. When you hit the ball in one direction, coming back from wall to you is another direction. The same example is these forces act on different object and never on the same object. So these forces will be acting on different object and never on the same object. In the game of a football, sometimes we, while looking at the football, what do? And trying to kick it with a greater force, collide with a player of the opposite team. Actually what happens, when you try to hit a football, you will collide with instead of hitting the ball, you will collide with the player with a great force of the opposite team. But feel hurt because each applies a force to other. You feel hurt because the same force is applied by that opposite team player also. In other words, there is a pair of forces and not just one force. There are two forces, pair of forces. The two opposing forces are known as action and reaction forces. The two opposing forces are known as one is action and reaction. So let us consider two spring balance connected together as shown in figure 9.10. You can see here. Okay. The fixed end of balance B is attached with a rigid support like a wall. So B is attached to the rigid wall, and when a force is applied through the free end of a spring balance A. So you are applying a force from the free end of the spring balance A. You are connecting here and try to applying force. So what means here? It is observed that both the spring balances show the same readings on their scales. If you see here also there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here so there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the reading will be the same. It means that the force exerted by spring balance A on balance B is equal. The force applied on spring balance A and on spring balance B will be equal, but opposite in direction to the force exerted by the balance B on balance A. But they are opposite in direction. The force which balance A exerts on balance B is called action. The force which is exerted by B on A. See, A exerts on B is called action. The force which exerted by A on B is called action. Okay. And the same force exerted by B on A is called reaction. This gives us an alternative statement of the third law of motion. What is the alternate statement? Alternate statement of third law. What does it say? To every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. One more statement is, to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Okay. So however, it is remembered that the action and reaction always act on two different objects, but you should know that action and reaction will be exerting force on two different objects. Object will not be same, object will be different. So action is on one direction and on one object, and reaction is on other object and other direction. Okay. Suppose you are standing at rest. And intend to start walking on a road. You are standing and try to walk. You must accelerate. Means you must move. And this requires a force in accordance with the second law of motion. According to second law of motion, we require some force to move, to accelerate. Which is this force? Is the muscular effort you exert on the road? Are you putting a muscular effort on the road? Is it the direction we intend to move? No. Nothing is there. You push the road below backwards. The road exerts an equal and opposite reaction force on your feet. How much force you are applying on the road and trying to keep the foot like this. The same force is applied by the road on your foot in opposite direction. And that makes to move your foot forward. This is one example. it is important to note that even though the action and reaction forces are always equal in magnitude, even though the forces, the action and reaction are equal in magnitude, these forces may not produce acceleration of equal magnitude. Even though they are in equal magnitude, but they do not give forces which are equal in magnitude. These forces may not produce acceleration of equal magnitude. Acceleration may not be equal in magnitude. This is because each force acts on different object. They have different mass. So mass also important here. Each force, whichever is applied, will be on the different object. Because of the different object which has different mass, the acceleration may not be equal in magnitude. One more example. When a gun is fired, it exerts a forward force on the bullet. When a gun is fired here, what happens? It exerts a forward force on the bullet. So gun is fired, it exerts a force on the bullet. The bullet exerts an equal and opposite reaction force on the gun. Even the same, the bullet also will exert opposite force on the gun. This results in recoiling of the gun. So recoiling will take place here. You can see a recoiling how it takes place. Accelerating force on the bullet. You are accelerating here. And this, there is recoil. The recoiling of the gun will take place here. Since the gun has much greater mass than the bullet, because the gun is having much greater mass than the bullet. So gun's mass is greater than bullet. What happens there? The acceleration of the gun is much less than the acceleration of the bullet. Because of mass of the gun is greater than the bullet. So acceleration, what happens here? Acceleration of the gun is much less than the acceleration of the bullet. Gun's acceleration is less and acceleration of bullet is more. That's why the bullet moves forward. The third law of motion can also be illustrated with one more example. When a sailor jumps out of a rowing boat, as the sailor jumps forward, the force on the boat moves it backward. Okay, here also they gave us some example here also. You can see the diagram also. Suppose this is a boat. When a sailor moves front, what happens? He is moving forward, but at the same time he is putting a force in the opposite direction. Means the boat moves backwards. He is moving forward. At the same time, there is the same force in the opposite direction. The boat moves forward, backwards, and the sailor jumps forward. So in this way, this is one example. Then there is one more activity, you can check it out. I request two children of okay. So there are two children standing on two separate carts as shown in the figure. They are standing on the cart. Give them a bag full of sand or some other heavy object. One heavy object or bag full of sand you give. Ask them to play a game of the catch with the bag. So catching the bag which is full of sand is told to play. Does each of them receive an instantaneous reaction as a result of throwing the sandbag? So when they throw the sandbag on each other, do they receive an equal reaction, quickly reaction or slowly? You can paint a white line on the cart wheels to observe the motion of the two carts when the children throw the bag towards each other. You can mark here. You can mark near the wheels or mark whether it is moving backward or forward. You will come to know. Now place two children on one cart and one on another. So two children you make, one should be on one cart, one should be on one more cart. The second law of motion can be seen here. You can see that as this arrangement would show different acceleration for the same force. Force is same, but acceleration is different. Okay. So what happens here? The cart shown in this activity can be constructed by using a 12 mm or 18 mm thick plywood board of 50 by 100 centimeter. You can make one cart like this with these measurements given, with two pairs of hard ball bearing wheels, like skating wheels also you can use. So skateboards are not effective because it is difficult to maintain straight line action. That is why if you use skateboards, it's okay, but it is not. It will not give the result as much as required. Okay. So in this way, we will try to find. We found how the action and reaction will be equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Thank you. Have a nice day.